So it's been a hot minute since I've really uploaded a lot of content on my YouTube channel. I've had some big things go down and exciting things for my brand, Watch Your Language. And I've taken a pause, or I took a pause for a good 6 months to give back to myself, to fill my cup, and to take space so that I could then land into this space, what's unfolding now, with a really clear mind and hone in on my intention with my second book, The Perfection Pandemic. And I wanted to drop this video in here to just let you all know where I'm going moving forward and what you'll see on this YouTube channel. So I've opened up space here at Infuse Health in Newcastle to share a space where people can come to regulate their nervous system, to learn how to rewire our brain, but more importantly, to then shift our self-talk. Now, I open up consulting sessions not only in person, but also online. And these sessions are not about adding in more, because we're already in a world that moves so fast and we have so much coming at us, and especially with social media and things such as TikTok and Instagram, where we're constantly divulging into content that is taking up space in our garage, in our minds. And when we think of kicking a habit or bringing in something new, we actually can't do it because this is so full. So in the Watch Your Language Hub, as I said, it's a learning one. Firstly, how do we regulate the nervous system and take away the things that are taking up so much space in our garage first? So there's no point me working with anyone if they don't feel safe and regulated, because we cannot shift our self-talk if the body, the physical vehicle, is in a state of tension and contraction. So my job with individuals and groups and schools and corporates that I work with is to help share tools to recognize when our nervous system is in an unregulated or a dysfunctional state. And that is usually by things that we see in our body, things that show up physiologically, things such as bloating or poor digestion, skin breakouts. We'll notice upper trap tension, our shoulders will round. All of these things are signs, and of course gut health issues, that our nervous system is living in an unregulated state. And of course that then extends to our dialogue. So if we are experiencing shitty self-talk and we're unable to believe in ourselves, we're caught in the dialogue of judgment and comparison, or always on the search for more, that's telling me that the nervous system again is unregulated. Because when we feel safe and secure and we feel calm in our bodies, we feel that we can be authentic and real, not only with ourselves and our friends, but on our social media feed, right? From that state, we can actually have clear dialogue. We can tune in to our self-talk. We know that we have a choice. So when we feel safe, right, the body looks like this, the shoulders are back, the heart is open and the head is up, our self-talk actually matches what we feel in our bodies. This is why the somatic work is so important. Day in and day out, I'm tuning into how I'm holding myself, how my digestion is, and how I feel in my physical body, because it's so important to me to feel safe in my body so that my own self-talk is kind, compassionate, and it backs my worth. Because every single one of us deserve to have self-talk that empowers us, to believe in ourselves, to accept ourselves the way we are, and to choose not to compare to another person, to judge our body or put it down, but more importantly, to just love the skin you're in. When we come from that place, so much can change from there. Whatever is going on in our bodies is going on anyway. the bloating or the skin breakout, the spine pain, the lower back pain, poor digestion, whatever is unfolding anyway. In the Watch Your Language sessions, we meet ourselves where we're at. It's not about going back into the past. That doesn't matter anymore. It's about acknowledging what has got us here to this moment and taking ownership and going, all right. So I recognize and I realize that with my willpower and my attention, I have chosen to give power to what has brought me here to this moment. By taking ownership and landing where we are, we're then able to have compassion with what's going on. To go, all right, body, what is it that you need in this moment? What is it that I need to unpack some of the things in my garage, to take away some of the things that I am choosing to spend attention and energy on, and leave space to come back to here and learn the tools to regulate, to learn when I'm shifting out of balance, to recognize tension in my body and dissipate it, because I guarantee you that 99% of the time you are not being chased by the lion or the tiger, which means you do not have to contract. You do not have to move from safe down into fight flight just because you've lost your keys, the kids are running late, you've just spilt your coffee, or you've got 100 emails to deal with. This doesn't require your body to go into tension and your digestive system and your self-talk to start to go downhill. It is not life-threatening. So when we can recognize when the body tenses up in these little speed bumps, we can then choose with our breath and body awareness to bring ourselves back to safety and understand that the moment is just difficult. So when we can combine these teachings with then learning about the brain and why we continue to choose the same dialogue, actions, and behaviors that we have for so many years, we then gain an understanding of what we need to do to start to rewire the brain. Using the steps in the Be Here method that I talk about in my book, Watch Your Language, we then start to shift our self-talk. Things take time. It's not a quick fix, nothing ever is. So if you're anything like me, I spent nearly 3 decades of my life giving power and ammo to the synaptic connections that were wired to believe I was not enough. That was nearly 30 years of practice, behaviors, actions, and dialogue that took a little while to undo. Now, when I'm in an unregulated state, say if I haven't slept very well, say if I'm not eating foods that are good for me, say if I'm spending too much time on social media and I'm not exercising enough or moving my body, then guess what? My nervous system is going to shift down the hierarchical ladder. And what's going to happen is I am going to shift from the prefrontal cortex in my brain presence into the part of my brain that remembers all of these old patterns, right? And that's when I start to react, not respond. So I believe any of us can shift our self-talk, but it's about unpacking first. We've actually got to take away, and we've got to slow down a little bit, and we've got to take away the things that don't serve us before learning the tools to regulate, rewire, and shift our self-talk. If any of this resonates with you, if you're interested to find a little bit more about the Watch Your Language Hub and how I can help you start to shift your self-talk for good and learn how to regulate your nervous system, then get in touch, jump over to my website, watchyalanguage.com, or you can jump over to my Instagram page, which is watch.ya.language, and send me a DM and we can organize a discovery call or a session and move from there. Our bodies are here to help us, right? Our bodies are here to look after us and to have the best life that we can in this vehicle, right? We're not here to judge it. We're not here to criticize it. We're not here to always want more. We're not here to live in this state of chronic fight, flight, or down into freeze, this dysregulated state or a state of being numb. We're here to actually live and then to give back. but we can't give back to the world if we don't feel safe. And this is everything. We are all here to feel good and to be a light for others. And it all comes back to the body. When we learn about the body from the inside out and learn that we don't need anything external to bring ourselves back to safety, you recognize that it's all within you. And that is so empowering. So if you're ready to shift your self-talk for good, then feel free to get in touch. But remember, more than anything, come back to this. Often, place your hands on your body and just ask yourself the question, hey body, what's going on today? What do you need? How can I help you? And it can be as simple as a 10-second moment. It's your breath. Place your hands on your belly and breathe from here. When you breathe from the belly first, into the ribs and then into the lungs, you stimulate your vagus nerve, cranial nerve 10, communicating from your gut to your brain that you are safe. It looks like this. You inhale and exhale. That's really it. But in that inhalation and exhale, you just breathe in the words, I see you, body. I feel your emotion. You experience what's going on. You notice what's going on. You bring it to presence and you surrender to it. Whatever is happening anyway. Be gentle with yourself. Use your breath often. Land yourself into the present moment and choose again.